The officials are ready. Ball is up, controlled by the Tornadoes, and we are underway here at the Wildcat Arena. 0-0 our score, where the basketball will come Alcoa, moving right to left, wearing their all gray jerseys. They work the ball top of the circle. Around to the top it goes. They drive in. Nearly a steal by Lucas. The ball is deflected, almost saved by the Wildcats, and then almost knocked away again by Alcoa. They save it at the midcourt line. Wildcats playing with the uptographs, Lucas Searcy, along with Kel Slater and Darren Osborne. The basketball will come Alcoa. They'll dribble in with Jordan Harris. He's a 5'10 junior player. The ball's knocked out of bounds by Oak Ridge. We're about 32, almost actually not even 32 seconds, and Coach Green has taken off his jacket here. 0-0 our score as the Tornadoes throw the ball away on the inbounds. Then it comes to Lucas Searcy on his steal. Wildcats moving the ball down the floor, moving coast to coast and driving in. That's going to be a charge. Caden Updegraff picks up the foul, just a little bit out of control. I thought Caden played his best ball game, maybe of the year, on Friday against the Clinton Dragons. He had a double-double and just was really all over the floor. Here in this one, we've got a 0-0 score, 7:18 to play here in the first period. Down the floor will come the Tornadoes. At the free throw line, here's another steal by Oak Ridge. That's two here in the first. Then Alcoa steals the ball right back, and they'll set it up once again. Played almost a minute. We have no score here. 0-0 the score from the Wildcat Arena. Oak Ridge and Alcoa. Tornadoes dribble in. They drive in the paint. They drive in. Here's a shot. It's up. No good. Rebounded back to Alcoa. Up again. No good. Tipped again. No good. Lucas has the rebound. The Wildcats are going to be fouled, and a personal foul is indeed called against the Tornadoes. 6:49 to play first quarter. We have no score, Mark.
No, it's kind of been back and forth, David, so far, but neither team able to connect. I believe we have the live stream going now.
6:43 to play in the ball game, in the first quarter of the ball game. Thank you a lot for doing that, Mark. As the Wildcats, and I kind of thought this might be an issue. We saw in the girls' game after that game against Clinton, you might be a little unfocused, and the Wildcats with a couple of turnovers right there. And here comes Alcoa down the floor. Neither team sharp early on. Alcoa just trying to get the ball across the midcourt line. They're going to dribble it across and dribble in. And nearly a steal by Kell. They work the ball out. Now they drive in. They lost the dribble. Picking it up once again. And once again, it's going to be another turnover, and the Wildcats will get it. I'm looking for the I guess the announcement telling me that YouTube is working. Trying to get Miss Green to chance to watch the game as the Wildcats working into Lucas Searcy underneath the goal. Goes up for the shot. No good. Rebound comes Alcoa once again. We've almost played 2 minutes, and neither team has scored. 0-0 the score. Down the floor with the basketball will come Carter. He launches a three. It's up, no good. Rebounded again by Lucas Searcy. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Lucas dribbling all the way in, and the ball is lost away again by Oak Ridge. The Wildcats and Tornadoes turning the ball over. I kind of was afraid this might happen, Mark.
Yeah, they had a really tough game, a heartbreaker there at Clinton last Friday night.
Here comes another missed shot, rebounded again by Oak Ridge. Down the floor will come Oak Ridge. Here it comes to Caden Updegraff. He drives in. That's a nice move. Drives in, takes it off the glass, and scores. Caden Updegraff has the first 2 points of the game, and it comes at the 5:28 mark of the first quarter. Their basketball dribbling off to the right side, backing it up 2-0 Oak Ridge on the Caden Updegraff bucket. They work the ball top of the circle. Number 2, that's Javian Carter. He's 6 foot. He is a sophomore player. Really had a really good game at Alcoa early on as they work the ball inside. Now they drive the paint. Turning, spinning shot in the paint is good. 2-2 our score, and down the floor with the basketball again will come the Wildcats. Oak Ridge in a 2-2 ball game. Kel Slater with it. Dribbles top of the circle. Finds Lucas free. He shoots a three. It's on its way. Good. 3-point shot for Lucas Searcy, and the Wildcats have a 5-2 lead. Down the floor with the basketball will come Alcoa. Once again, they shoot a three. It's up. It is no good. Rebound this time by Caden Updegraff. Caden's going to bring the ball across the midcourt line. 5-2 Oak Ridge. Lucas has all 5 of the Wildcat points. He's going to drive in. Back to the goal. No place to go. Gives it up to Flip, who takes the three. It's off the mark. No good. Rebounded by the Tornadoes. 5-2 our score, 4:20 to play in the first quarter. Alcoa driving in along the baseline, trying to drive and shoot over Lucas. They do. It's up. Good. 5-4 the score. The Wildcats in the lead, and down the floor with the basketball will come Oak Ridge once again. Oak Ridge with it. Over goes Caden. He's got a three. It's on its way. It's up, in and out. No good. Rebounded by the Alcoa Tornadoes. Here they come down the floor. Working the ball. Wildcats currently in the lead as they work the ball down low. Almost a jump ball. It is a jump ball called. And the alternate possession arrow will give Oak Ridge the ball. Timeout is asked for. 3:48 to play first quarter. 5-4 Oak Ridge. We'll take a break. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena in 60 seconds.
Ortho Tennessee Oak Ridge shows our commitment to orthopedic excellence by providing on-site physical therapy, telemedicine, and a podiatrist on staff. We strive to take care of all your orthopedic needs in a professional and efficient manner with the respect you deserve. Ortho Tennessee Oak Ridge, serving the East Tennessee area for over 35 years and a proud supporter of high school athletics. Check us out on Facebook, online at osoortho.com, or call us at 865-481-2541 to schedule your appointment today.
Welcome back once again to the Wildcat Arena here. 5-4 is our score. 3 minutes, 48 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Wildcats in the lead, coming down the floor with the basketball as a foul's going to be called. We're having some internet issues here. We're trying our best to get it on YouTube, and unfortunately, the internet is just not cooperating for us. Mark?
Basket there by Jamison Updegraff, David. He now has 2 points in the ball game as the Wildcats lead 7-4 with 3:25 remaining in the first quarter. Alcoa comes the other way.
They're going to bring the ball across the line. 7-4 is our score. And I apologize. We're probably going to have to drop the stream once again here as the ball is knocked away, and it is going to be ball knocked out of bounds. Lucas Searcy went up for the shot, trying to get it to drop in, and could not get it. It's 7-4. The Tornadoes have the basketball with exactly 3:10 to play here in the first period. To be Alcoa moving right to left. The Wildcats have Brennan Scott in the ball game. The Wildcats trying to steal the inbounds with Lucas Searcy. The ball is deflected, and it's going to be saved by the Tornadoes, and they'll bring the ball down the floor. 3:08 to play first quarter. 7-4 the score. They'll dribble out to the top of the circle, swing the ball, nearly lost it along the baseline. Out it goes to number 12. He works the ball and driving in the paint. They'll pull up and shoot a little short one. It's up, and it's good. And the Wildcats trail it by a score of 7-6. Here comes Kell down the floor for the Wildcats, moving left to right. We apologize. We just cannot get the stream to work. We just don't have enough internet in the gym tonight. Here's a three-point shot from the corner. It's good. Jamison Updegraff knocks it in, and the Wildcats lead by a score of 10-6. And here's a steal by Lucas, and Lucas gets a layup. Good. Wildcats have on the last trip down the floor, Mark almost got it on the inbounds, and that time they did.
Yeah, great play by Lucas as he picked up his 5th point of the ball game, kicks the ball out of bounds, but good defense being played by the Wildcats right now.
And that is 7th point of the game as the Wildcats once again have a 12-6 lead. Down the floor will come a steal by Oak Ridge. The Wildcats free throw line jumper is on its way. Good. Knocked in by Kel Slater, and Alcoa has called a timeout. 14-6 is our score. We'll take a break. We'll send it back once again. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Mortgage Investors Group at the Oak Ridge office. We love our community and Oak Ridge Wildcat basketball. We pride ourselves in taking the same winning tradition in helping you find the perfect mortgage loan for your family. Ask for Norma Sheldon, Jackie Pullen, Shannon Ochiltree, Mandy Henry, or Darren Osborne at 865-482-8910 or visit us online at mortgageinvestorsgroup.com. Tennessee Mortgage License Number 109111. MIG is an equal housing lender.
Welcome back once again to the Wildcat Arena here. 14-6 is our score. 2:10 to play first period. Here come the Tornadoes out of their timeout, trying to get the ball across the line. Wildcats in the lead, 14-6. A deflection. They're still in the rear court. They do finally get the ball across the line. It was almost a 10-second call. They get a three off in the corner. It's up. Hits the rim. No good. Rebounded by Darren Osborne. Osborne and the Wildcats running. Here comes Kell down the floor, top of the circle, swings it back door. Oh, nice save by Jamison. Pulls up and shoots anyway. Shot no good. Taken by Darren Osborne into Lucas for the layup. Good. Lucas Searcy scores, and Oak Ridge has a 10-point lead. 16-6 the score. 1:35 to play in the first period. With the basketball will come the Tornadoes. Outside the line, or deflection, another steal. Wildcats are going to get another. Well, I thought it was going to be a layup. He makes it a jumper. He had to pick up his dribble, or he would have had a layup, and Jamison missed it. Here they come down the floor. They get a three off in the left corner. It's up. Good. 3-point shot by Jordan Harris. And the Wildcat lead is back to 7. 16-9 the score.
Oak Ridge comes the other way, David. They got Brendan Scott in the game now. He gives it over to Kel Slater on the left side. He looks for someone to come free. It'll be Brendan Scott. Oh, that pass is deflected by Alcoa. They'll go down and get an easy bucket.
Who threw the pass in the beginning?
Kel threw it, tried to get it back to Brendan, but just not able to.
16-11 the score. It's a 5-point game. 45 seconds to play here in the first period. Kel Slater, top of the circle, swings it out to Jamison Updegraff. Jamison drives the paint, goes in for the shot. It's blocked, taken away by the Tornadoes. Here they come down the floor, slowly walking it up. 31 seconds to play. Lady Wildcats defeated tonight. Alcoa boys right now trailing Oak Ridge 16-11. Oak Ridge lost a big lead here. The Wildcats a moment ago were up 16-6, and they put up a shot. No good. And here comes Oak Ridge with the rebound. Coming down with the board is Lucas Searcy, and Searcy's going to drive right, and the ball just goes off his fingertips, out of bounds. Last touch, though, by Alcoa. 9.3 seconds to play, 16-11 the score. You'd never believe, we don't really stream that much, but when we don't stream, Mark, we get hammered by people. We can't win, Mark. I'm just telling you. Caden Updegraff for three. It's up, no good. Gets his own rebound. Wants to go right back up with it. No good. Rebounded by Darren Osborne. Up, good. Darren Osborne scores, and that's the final bucket of the first quarter. 18-11 is our score. The Wildcats in the lead. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena in 60 seconds.
I'm Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. I'm a proud graduate of Oak Ridge High School, class of 1982, and a member of the 1980 state championship football team. As a lifelong resident of Oak Ridge, I would love to put my knowledge of the area to work for you should you have any real estate needs. You can contact me at 865-919-5559 or at betsycolemanrealty.com. Thank you, and roll Wildcats roll.
How do you say the name? TN Bank?
Nope.
Tin Bank? So what is it?
10 Bank. 10, as in Tennessee. Right here where all our banking decisions are made. Not some corporate office in who knows where. 10 Bank partners with small businesses in our community to help them grow.
Really?
Yes, that's local banking from 10 Bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Come in, discover the difference of an independent insurance agency. Fox Insurance Group, Oak Ridge.
Welcome back once again to the Wildcat Arena. The second quarter just underway. The Wildcats in the lead 18-11. We apologize once again for not being able to do our live stream from the Wildcat Arena. We're having trouble getting enough internet strength, and that's what's required when we do things like that, and we just can't get enough. But we've got good sound. Thank you, Stephanie Thompson. I appreciate that. Sometimes, Mark, just the kindest remark after being hammered goes a long, long way. In Stephanie Thompson, the Wildcats get a great feed to Caden Updegraff, and they score, and Oak Ridge leads it by a score of 20-11. Down the floor once again will come the Tornadoes once again. 7:22 to play second quarter. 9-point Oak Ridge lead. And they work the ball top of the circle. Here it goes to number 11. He drives in. It might have been a jump right there. They missed it. Rebound, Caden Updegraff on the missed Alcoa shot. Oak Ridge pushes it up the floor to Lucas. Lucas lost his dribble. That's a turnover. Wildcats watch Alcoa come back the other way, and they get a shot up. No good. It's a physical ball game, Mark. Not calling a whole lot. Here comes Oak Ridge down with Brendan Scott. Jamison Updegraff for three. It's partially rejected, then stolen away by Lucas. Lucas steals it right back, and the Wildcats get another three off. It's up. Good.
Flip.
3-point shot by Flip Thompson.
Nice shot there. Nice clutch shot there by Flip Thompson, David. Lucas Searcy able to get the steal, gave it off to Flip, and Flip just gunned his three-pointer there.
Flip struggled to get his three to fall at Clinton this past Friday, but it's good to see that one drop in. 23-11, Oak Ridge in the lead. Alcoa turns the ball over again. The Wildcats battling for it. Loose ball on the floor, and he stepped out of bounds with it, or he was out of bounds with possession of the basketball, and that is a turnover, and Oak Ridge will get it. 6:19 to play, second quarter, 23-11 the score. Wildcats coming down the floor, moving left to right, wearing their all-white jerseys with cardinal and gray. The Alcoa Tornadoes in gray jerseys with maroon. Wildcats in the lead, 23-11, 6:09 to play second quarter. Flip with the basketball, drives in. There's a charge. Second offensive player control foul called against the Wildcats here in the first half, and Oak Ridge turns the ball back over to the Tornadoes. Thursday night, the Wildcats will be hosting the West High Rebels, and that'll be, the girls will be playing for the district championship. The guys have already wrapped up the district championship. They'll be just trying to close out the district schedule undefeated and try to get another win, possibly their 20th if we can win tonight's ball game. Wildcats 18-4 coming in, 9-0 in district play. 23-11, the Wildcats on top of Alcoa. Oak Ridge has Alcoa watching Alcoa shoot a three. They miss it. Caden Updegraff has the rebound. Caden down the floor. The Wildcats have Darren Osborne in the game. Flip Thompson's in. The Wildcats have Jamison Updegraff and Kel Slater in the ball game. 23-11 Wildcats, 5:33 to play. The Wildcats working the ball around the perimeter. Flip's got it right in front of the bench of the Alcoa Tornadoes. He walks the ball 2 steps to the top of the circle and gives it off to Caden, back to Flip. Flip calls a new play, dribbles in. They give him a layup. Nope, they're going to kick it out to Jamison for three. It's good. Jamison Updegraff has got a sweet stroke, Mark Haste.
It really does. He's got a sweet stroke and 8 points tonight.
11 points on the board for the Tornadoes. They come down the floor, and the Wildcats commit a personal foul, and it is a 15-point Oak Ridge lead, 26-11, 5:07 to play here in the second quarter. Mark, boy, the girls ran into a buzzsaw tonight.
Yeah, they really did. I don't know if they were expecting that or not. I was not able to listen to your interview with Coach Taylor, but, they seemed a little shell-shocked.
You know, one thing that she did say, I know you were going down and get the starting lineups. One thing she did say, she couldn't fault the effort. She said they had a few breakdowns on defense, and when you have a few breakdowns on defense, when a team is shooting as well as they did, you know, you're bound to have some difficulties, and that's what happened. Sometimes you just run into a hot shooting team, and that's what the Lady Wildcats did. Here's Oak Ridge working the ball inside to Kale. There's Jamison again. He shoots another three from the left corner, and guess what? Jamison Updegraff. The Updegraffs played so well at Clinton on Friday, and they're just picking up right where they left off Friday night.
Yeah, they are. Jamison, he's 3 for 3 in threes tonight.
Another steal by the Wildcats. Here's Kel Slater kicking at left corner. Here's Flip outside the line. Backs it up once again. Now Jamison's going to drive and get a layup. This one's no good. Darren Osborne has the rebound. He turns, he spins, he shoots it off the glass. Good. Wildcats having their way with Alcoa. It's a 20-point lead here with 4:05 to play in the second quarter. And Alcoa's head coach, Ryan Collins, has called a timeout. We'll take it with them. Oak Ridge on top, 31-11 over the Tornadoes. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena in 60 seconds.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. Gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and can dry clothes in about half the time. Natural gas provides comfort you can feel and savings your family can use. ORUD Natural Gas. To learn more, visit ORUD.org today.
Mark Case back here at Oak Ridge High School, where the Wildcats lead 31-11 with 4:05 remaining in the first half. Alcoa will have the ball under the Oak Ridge basket.
4:05 to play second quarter. I'm sorry, Mark. I'm just responding to some people inquiring about our broadcast. 31-11 the score. Nathan Miser is our individual game sponsor. We'll give him the West game as well coming up on Thursday. 31-11 the score. Alcoa down by 20, down by 18 as Javian Carter drops one in, and it's 31-13. Here come the Wildcats running. Flip with it in the right corner. Throws a lazy pass to Lucas, and is saved, though, by Oak Ridge. Back to Flip it goes. Flip thought about driving. He's got a three. It's on its way. It's up. No good. Rebound momentarily by one of the Updegraffs. Saved on the floor by the Tornadoes. They're going to drive in for a shot. Good. Back-to-back buckets for Alcoa, and it's now 31-15. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. 3:24 to play second quarter, 31-15 Wildcats. Oak Ridge shooting the ball extremely well in this one. Finally getting a chance to play at home. In fact, we'll have 4 home ball games. Great passing by the Wildcats. I love the unselfishness of the Lady Wildcats, or the guys, that is. They are up 18 once again. They just look for the open player. This is a very tight-knit group, and they play like it out on the floor.
As number 10 for Alcoa takes a three-pointer up and no good.
Down the floor with the basketball will come Oak Ridge once again. Here's Jamison in the paint. Shot is up, no good. Can't get his own rebound, taken away by Alcoa. Tornadoes quickly down the floor. They'll drive all the way in. Here's the shot. It is up, and it is good. And I believe they'll have an opportunity for a three-point play.
Yes, that's true, David. Number 4, Caden Updegraff, I believe, gets the foul. That'll be his second, team fourth. To the free throw line will go number 2, Javen Carter. He has 2 points in the ball, well, actually 4 points now, and this will be his first attempt from the free throw line.
Tosses up good, and they're back in the ball game here. It's now 33-18. It was 20. It's down to a 15-point Wildcat lead. 2:39 to play. 33-18 the score. Oak Ridge basketball. The Wildcats back it up once again. Kel Slater, top of the circle. While around it goes to Lucas in the corner for 3. Good. Wildcats can shoot the basketball, and Lucas Searcy gives Oak Ridge a 36-18-point lead here with 2:21 to play. And the Wildcats dive for the loose ball. They can't save it. Love the hustle for the Wildcats. We don't have as big a student section tonight as we did over at Clinton, and what a student section that was. But we do have a few students representing here as the Wildcats lead at 36-18, 2:16 to play second period. Alcoa basketball for a moment, then Jamison steals the inbounds, goes in for the dunk, but it's a layup good. I keep trying to tell them on the show, before the season's in, we need a dunk. Not one dunk all season long. I can't remember that ever happening. Here's another steal by Jamison Updegraff on a deflection. He's going to go to the hole again and score. Then runs over the back, and the Wildcats are now up 40-18. The Wildcats, this is nothing like the game we had in Alcoa, which was much tougher as the Wildcats got lucky there. The Wildcats had a breakdown on defense where they were not guarding a guy underneath the goal, but the pass was so bad it went sailing out of bounds. Totally different ball game than we had at Alcoa. Wildcats won that ball game at Alcoa by 9 points, 80-71. But right now, the Wildcats just having their way with the Tornadoes. They lead it by 22 points here.
Yeah, I don't remember Alcoa. That's a bad pass by Jamison Updegraff. Allows 2 points there by Joseph Carter for Alcoa.
And it's 40-20. The Wildcats in the lead. Brennan Scott's in the ball game. Oak Ridge also has in the ball game Bryson Comer. He's in the ball game. The Wildcats have Grayson Strader in the ball game. Here comes Oak Ridge driving in. Brennan, a little jumper in the paint. Good. Brennan Scott gets his first bucket in a while. He didn't play a whole lot in the Clinton ball game. He's been nursing a bad ankle as they walk the tightrope there. Almost got an over and back. And it's good to have Brennan back in. We're going to need his offense down the stretch as Alcoa gets a little shot off. No good. Rebounded by Updegraff. Jamison. Down the floor it goes to Kell. Thought about driving in. Back to Jamison. Another 3. It's on its way. This one's going to be a little short. Rebounded by the Tornadoes. 45 seconds to play. Second quarter. 42-20. Oak Ridge by 22 points. Alcoa right elbow shot is up. No good. Rebound. Brennan Scott. They're a very undisciplined basketball team. As Brennan goes in for the shot, off the glass, no good. Rebound for a moment by Kel Slater. He's got it. Goes in for the shot. Good. Wildcats score with Kel. And now it is 44-20. The Wildcats with a 24-point lead. They led 18-11 after one quarter. They've built it up steadily here. It looks like if this game continues like this, Mark, we're going to have a lot of players getting into the ball game tonight. There's a big battle for a rebound between Grayson Strader and one of the Tornadoes. and the win goes to the Wildcats because of the personal foul or alternate possession. It'll be Oak Ridge with 7 seconds to play. We'll talk about that in a moment as Kell brings it down the floor for the final time here in the second quarter. Kell dribbles, right elbow shot is up, good, nothing but net as the first half comes to a close. And what a first half it was, Marquez. We were worried that the Wildcats might be a little flat, and maybe they were for a minute. That minute is a long time ago because they lead by 26 points at the half, 46-20.
What a second half for the Wildcats, David, as they scored 28 points in the second half and only giving up 9. So a very impressive second quarter for the Wildcats.
46-20 is our score. We're going to take a break here, send it back to the station for a break. Mark wasn't able to run down the girls' stats. They were defeated tonight by Alcoa. The guys on top at the half, 46-20. We're at the Wildcat Arena here on prepradio.com and Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. For those of you listening to us out in the lobby there at the concession stand, welcome to our broadcast here. 46-20 our score. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Ortho Tennessee Oak Ridge shows our commitment to orthopedic excellence by providing on-site physical therapy, telemedicine, and a podiatrist on staff. We strive to take care of all your orthopedic needs in a professional and efficient manner with the respect you deserve. Ortho Tennessee Oak Ridge, serving the East Tennessee area for over 35 years and a proud supporter of high school athletics. Check us out on Facebook, online at osoortho.com, or call us at 865-481-2541 to schedule your appointment today.
I'm Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. I'm a proud graduate of Oak Ridge High School, class of 1982, and a member of the 1980 state championship football team. As a lifelong resident of Oak Ridge, I would love to put my knowledge of the area to work for you should you have any real estate needs. You can contact me at 865-919-5559 or at betsycolemanrealty.com. Thank you, and roll Wildcats roll.
How do you say the name? TN Bank?
Nope.
Tin Bank? So what is it?
10 Bank. 10, as in Tennessee. Right here where all our banking decisions are made. Not some corporate office in who knows where. 10 Bank partners with small businesses in our community to help them grow.
Really?
Yes, that's local banking from 10 Bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Come in, discover the difference of an independent insurance agency, Fox Insurance Group, Oak Ridge.
Welcome back once again to the Wildcat Arena here where we are at halftime, and the guys lead it by a score of 46-20. Here with the halftime statistics, Mark Haste.
Thank you very much, David. Leading, as you said, 46-20. Oak Ridge led in scoring in the first half by Jamison Updegraff. He has 15 points. He's 6 of 11 from the field, also in double figures. Lucas Searcy, he has 12. He's 5 of 7 from the field. 6 points added by Kel Slater. He's 3 of 3 from the field. 4 points by Caden Updegraff. He's 2 of 6 from the field. 4 points also for Darren Osborne, 2 of 2 from the field. He came off the bench this time. 2 points for Brennan Scott. He's 1 of 2 from the field, and 3 points by Flip Thompson. He's 1 of 3 from beyond the three-point line. As a team, the Wildcats are 20 of 34 from the field. They're 14 of 22 in twos. They're 6 of 12 in threes, and they did not attempt a single free throw. So that's an interesting stat right there, David. Oak Ridge did not get to the line in the first half. Looking at Alcoa, they're led in scoring. Jordan Harris has 5. He's 2 of 4 from the field. Also with 5 is Javen Carter. He's 2 of 8 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. 4 points for Eli Graff, 2 of 3 from the field. 4 points by Eli Owen. He's 2 of 3 from the field. And then 2 points from Joseph Carter. He's 1 of 2 from the field. So as a team, Alcoa is 9 of 24 from the field. They're 1 of 8 in threes. They're 8 of 16 in twos. And they're 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Oak Ridge led at the end of the first quarter, 18-11. And then, as I said earlier, an impressive second quarter for the Wildcats as they outscore the Tornadoes 28-9 in the second quarter to take a halftime lead of 46-20. Earlier tonight, the Lady Wildcats fell to the Lady Tornadoes of Alcoa by a final score of 70-66. Leading scorer for the Lady Wildcats, they had 2 individuals with 19 points. That was Samaj Clark and Zayana Stewart. 10 points for Jenna Johnson. 9 points for Ayana Porter. Lindsay Cleveland added 8. And Demetria Strickland started tonight, and she had 1 point. As a team, the Lady Wildcats were 23 of 54 from the field. They were 18 of 43 in twos. They were 5 of 11 in threes. And they were 15 of 18 from the free throw line. So an impressive night from the Lady Wildcats from the free throw line. But they fell to Alcoa. Alcoa was led in scoring by number 5, Macy Ridge. She had 32 points in the ball game, 8 of 11 in twos, 3 of 5 in threes, and 7 of 7 from the free throw line. Carly Hayworth had 27 points for Alcoa. She had the only missed free throw as she was 8 of 9 from the free throw line. Eden Davis had 8, and Lauren Martin had 3 points for the Lady Tornadoes. As a team, Alcoa was 21 of 41 from the field. They were 10 of 21 in twos. They were 11 of 20 in threes, so just over 50% in three-point shooting, and they were 17 of 18 from the free throw line. Lady Wildcats led at the end of the first quarter, 19-17. They were outscored 14-13 in the second quarter, but able to maintain a lead, even though it was only by 1 point at the half when they led 32-31. In the third quarter, the Lady Tornadoes outscored the Lady Wildcats 21-17, and they took a 52-49 lead into the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, Lady Tornadoes again outscoring the Lady Wildcats, this time 18-17. And that's how we get to a final score. Lady Wildcats fall to the Lady Tornadoes at Wildcat Arena, 70-66. David?
Let's take a quick timeout here. 46-20 is our score. The Wildcats in the lead. We'll be back with the second half in a moment.
How do you say the name? TN Bank?
No.
Tin Bank? So what is it?
10 Bank. 10, as in Tennessee. Right here where all our banking decisions are made. Not some corporate office in who knows where. 10 Bank partners with small businesses in our community to help them grow.
Really?
Yes, that's local banking from 10 Bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting our showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and you can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas. To learn more, visit ORUD.org.
Mortgage Investors Group at the Oak Ridge office. We love our community and Oak Ridge Wildcat basketball. We pride ourselves in taking the same winning tradition in helping you find the perfect mortgage loan for your family. Ask for Norma Sheldon, Jackie Pullen, Shannon Ochiltree, Mandy Henry, or Darren Osborne at 865-482-8910 or visit us online at mortgageinvestorsgroup.com. Tennessee Mortgage License Number 109111. MIG is an equal housing lender.
You've worked hard to build your business, and we want to help you protect it. The team at Fox Insurance Group believes your business deserves the expertise of a local insurance agent. With business insurance from Todd Fox at Fox Insurance Group and Encova Insurance, you can make sure your business stays up and running no matter what happens. If you own a business, make sure it's fully protected by contacting Fox Insurance Group. Visit www.grayfoxins.com or call 865-482-0513.
Come in, discover the difference of an independent insurance agency, Fox Insurance Group, Oak Ridge.
I'm Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. I'm a proud graduate of Oak Ridge High School, class of 1982, and a member of the 1980 state championship football team. As a lifelong resident of Oak Ridge, I would love to put my knowledge of the area to work for you should you have any real estate needs. You can contact me at 865-919-5559 or at betsycolemanrealty.com.
Welcome back once again to the Wildcat Arena. The second half just underway. The Wildcats on top 46-20. Wildcats come out with Jamison Updegraff, Caden Updegraff, along with Flip Thompson, along with Kel Slater and Lucas Searcy. 46-20 is our score, 7:49 to play third quarter. The Wildcats in the lead. Wildcats have pretty much dominated from the start of the about halfway through the first quarter. It's been all Oak Ridge as Lucas drives right, gives it up to Caden for three. It's up. No good. Rebounded by Alcoa. Here come the Tornadoes down the floor. They're now moving left to right here in the second half. They spin in the paint, go in for a shot. It's going to be short off the rim. Rebounded by Caden Updegraff. Caden's got the ball coming back the other way. Pass down the floor to Lucas outside the three-point line. He shoots one. It's up. No good. Rebound to Caden. Back up. No good. Tip back up. Again, no good. Pulled away by Alcoa this time. And here come the Tornadoes down the floor. Flip almost got a steal in the rear court right in front of the Oak Ridge bench as they move the ball across the midcourt line. That's Javian Carter, number 2. He works the ball to the right to number 30. That's Eli Owens. They work the ball inside. There's a travel called against Alcoa. 7:05 to play third quarter. 46-20 is the score, and the Wildcats have the basketball. So kind of a letdown like we thought might happen is really not happening for the boys. They've got things rolling here against the Tornadoes.
Once again, you got worked up all about nothing there, David.
That's good. I'm happy about that. Lucas shoots a three from the left corner. No good. Tipped and rebounded momentarily by Caden, saved away by the Tornadoes. 46-20. Nobody has scored here in the third period. With the basketball, Javian Carter. They work the ball to the left corner, drive the baseline, and there's going to be a blocking foul. I think Flip went to try to guard him, and he blew past Flip, and Flip fell down and commits the personal foul. That'll be the first foul called here in the second half. 46-20 the score, 6:39 to play in the third period. It'll be Alcoa basketball underneath their goal. Lucas running the inbounder, and the ball's kicked out by Oak Ridge. 46-20 the score. The Wildcats come in with an 18-4 record, trying to get back on the winning side of things after that 51-50 loss to the Clinton Dragons. Here's a shot good by Alcoa in the paint. And it's now 46-22. I'm going to talk about that game in a moment here. And I know we've got 3 games in between. We've got West and Fulton coming up. Actually, I guess that would be 2 games. But then we've got Clinton a week from tonight. The guys I know are looking forward to playing that one again. But they still got to take care of business. The Wildcats put a shot up. No good. Once again, Flip goes tumbling. Here come the Tornadoes down the floor. Here's a shot from about 10. Banked in good. And it's 46-24. The Wildcats in the lead. Oak Ridge yet to score here. Lucas takes a 10-footer. No good. Wildcats a little quick on their shooting, and the Alcoa Tornadoes work the ball down the floor, and Lucas gets a deflection and a steal. Here he goes to Kel Slater. Kel down the floor. Kel, kind of a quiet night. He turns the ball over. Not as focused here in the second half here as they put up a bucket, and they score again, and an opportunity for a three-point play.
Yeah, to the line, David, will go number 23. That'll be Elijah Cannon. He makes the shot. Picking up the foul will be Kel Slater. That should be his first, team second of the second half.
46-26, a 20-point lead for the Wildcats. But Oak Ridge yet to score here. 5:39 to play third period. Toss on its way as Darren Osborne is back in the ballgame. It is 46-27. 19-point lead for the Wildcats. Here's Oak Ridge down the floor. Caden Updegraff dribbles in outside the line, thought about driving in, will not. Backs it up with a pass to Lucas Searcy around to the right wing. It goes out to Darren Osborne playing up high. Here comes Caden, right elbow, drives it over to Kell. Kell along the baseline, no place to go but back. Good defense by Alcoa as the Wildcats work it in. Great feed into Darren Osborne off the glass for his 6th point of the night.
Boy, I love seeing Darren getting involved in the game as a violation by Alcoa. We'll give the ball back to Oak Ridge. I know it looked like Darren really struggled last Friday night against Clinton.
We will post these games on YouTube tonight for those who did not get to watch the ball game. We will post it later. We just weren't able to do it live here. We are taping it, though, as Lucas Searcy, a little jumper from just inside the free throw line, and back-to-back buckets for Oak Ridge, and the Wildcats lead 50-27. Here come the Tornadoes down the floor. Mark, that game against Clinton was a great ball game to watch, especially if you're Clinton. My social media, as the Clinton, or actually Alcoa puts up another bucket here. I'm trying to talk here, but there's a lot of scoring going on here. Well, I'll wait through the Oak Ridge offensive possession this time as Caden works it into his brother Jamison, who Jamison throws one up there, no good, draws the foul. My social media, whether it be Twitter or Facebook or whatever, was just bombarded all weekend. I saw that Trace Thackerson shot. I saw it in my nightmares. Great play for him. Nothing against the Clinton Dragons, but man, you would have thought they had won the Super Bowl by the way they resulted in, the way they acted. But, if you haven't beaten a team in 12 years, why not celebrate? And they definitely did all weekend.
Yeah, and, it's well-deserved. I have no issue with that. As you said, David, they had never beaten Coach Green before last Friday night.
Both tosses are good by Oak Ridge, and Jamison having himself a night tonight.
Yeah, he has 17 points of the 52 that the Wildcats have scored so far.
Here comes a shot by Alcoa on the other end. And once again, down the floor will come Oak Ridge. Their lead is 21 points. Oak Ridge shoots again. That's Jamison. Jamison's going for 30 tonight. He's just bombing them in from everywhere. Here comes Alcoa back the other way. Lots of possessions in this game. It's hard to keep up. Miss Green's probably happy she's not at the game keeping the stats because this one is hard to keep up with. As Kell drives in, he lost the ball. Down the floor will come Alcoa. They have an opportunity for a layup, and they score. 54-33, back to a 21-point lead. 3 minutes, 55 seconds to play here in the third period. Here's Jamison, top of the circle once again. Swings it over to his right to Brennan Scott, who's back in the ball game. Back to the top it goes Lucas. Back to Brennan. He shoots a three. It's up. Good. Pretty shot there by Brennan Scott.
It really was, David. I love watching. He's got such a nice stroke from beyond the three-point line. I love to see him getting involved in the game.
Here's Alcoa down the floor, and the reach-in foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge. His dad, Ronnie Scott, had a sweet stroke, if you remember as well, back in the early 80s.
Yeah, I do.
The late 80s, I mean.
Yeah, Ronnie was a great basketball player for Oak Ridge. A lot of fun to watch. He was very smooth in his stroke and all of his play, really.
Coach Shipley told me when we were in Nashville, I talked to Coach Shipley a while. He was at one of our ball games. And he told me that the first 2 years, Ronnie didn't say a word to him. Ronnie was kind of a quiet guy in high school, still kind of quiet. But it's funny, Coach Shipley told me, he said, he didn't talk to me the first 2 years. And then finally, he had a voice, I guess, around his junior year. I guess I thought that was funny. Free throws up and good by Alcoa. Oak Ridge's lead is 57-34. 3:24 to play in the third quarter. Second toss-up, good. It's good to see Steve Shipley when we were down at CPA at the Christmas tournament. He not enjoying the best health right now, but he's continuing to work there. But he loved his time at Oak Ridge. He was here 5 years, Mark. You might not remember this. He was here 5 years. We went to the state tournament 4 of the 5 years, and that 5th year we lost in the sub-state. So those 5 years were some of the greatest years of Oak Ridge High School basketball in that era. Of course, he had the likes of Daryl Miller, who, while I have a moment here, our condolences go out to Daryl and his family. His dad passed away today. I just thought about that. And Daryl Miller, a great player, Mr. Basketball winner at Oak Ridge High School. But Coach Shipley had 5 really good teams of basketball teams at Oak Ridge.
Yeah, his teams were a lot of fun to watch too, David. If I remember about him, we got him from Anderson County, and I think we lost him to Dobbins Bennett.
Correct. Buck Van Huss, who that gym is named for up there, passed away in the summer, and Coach Shipley left to go. But he's told me many times, and I've told this story many times, that if in a one-game situation, as the Wildcats missed a shot off the glass, in a one-game situation, if he were coaching anywhere, he'd want to play in the old B gym at Oak Ridge High School because of the environment that we had when he was coaching here. Alcoa takes a 3 at the top of the key. It's up no good. Rebound tipped and taken away by Jamison. Saved on the floor to the Wildcats, who get a layup off the glass. Up good by Lucas Searcy.
Lucas now with 16 in the ball game, David, as the Wildcats lead 59-35.
2 minutes, 43 seconds and counting in the third period. Alcoa watches a 3 hit the rim and go off no good. Rebounded by Darren Osborne. To Brennan Scott, who's bringing the ball down the floor. Brennan nearly stripped of the ball, and then I think a little contact there caused him to kind of stumble a little bit, and the official calls the personal foul against Alcoa. Caden Updegraff's coming back in, and Jamison didn't want to come out. I think he wants to continue the scoring parade here.
Well, he's knocking on the door of 20 points already, David, as he has 19.
Incidentally, Lucas Searcy has gone over 600 points in his career, and I believe on Thursday, with a good effort, I think Kel Slater will hit the 1,000 mark. He came into this one needing 28 points for 1,000 in his career, and I think he might do that on Thursday night. Oak Ridge basketball. Here comes Oak Ridge. Brennan Scott with it outside the line. Here's a long 3. It's off the rim. No good. Rebounded. And then a shove on the rebound attempt is going to be called. And we're staying on this end of the floor, it looks like, Mark.
Yeah, it's like number 10, Joseph Carter for Alcoa will pick up his second, team 4th. And Oak Ridge will exactly what you said, David. They'll have the ball under their own basket.
Not a great crowd on hand here, but 2 non-traditional rivals. Actually, back in the 50s and 60s, they were traditional rivals. They played 2 times a year. They played in the state tournament, actually, as the Wildcats nearly turned the ball over, and another foul is going to be called. But as of late, the series has kind of gone away a little bit. Oak Ridge, this is the 91st time they've played. I think people might be a little surprised at that. This is the 91st time these 2 teams have played. But the last several years, though, it's been a little bit sporadic.
Yeah. Did Alcoa, did they lose their football coach, David?
He retired, yes. So as Oak Ridge misses a shot here, and here's Alcoa back the other way, and they hit a 3. It's up good. 59-38 is the score. The Wildcats come with Brennan Scott down the floor, and he misses a shot, saved by Alcoa. I have not had much of any time to be able just to talk here because this game has been up and down the floor. They score again, Alcoa does, making it a 19-point game, 59-40. Yes, Coach Rankin retired, so he joins Coach Gaddis as Kel's being double-teamed, and he almost throws the ball away, saved by Oak Ridge. They get a shot off, good. Off the glass, go the Wildcats, and I believe that was Darren Osborne.
It was Flip Thompson, David. He's got his hair up today, so he's looking a little different.
Right. 61-40 the score. Here's a shot by Alcoa, no good. Might have been over the back there by Darren, saved away by the Wildcats here. So Clark Duncan, as here's Flip in the corner for 3. It's on its way, no good. Great rebounding position for Oak Ridge. Darren Osborne goes back up with a shot, and he's fouled. I'm going to say it. Coach Gary Rankin has retired after a lot of years, a ton of state championships. Clark Duncan at South Doyle, longtime coach, retired. Joe Gaddis. So 3 of the deans of coaching in football in East Tennessee have all retired in the same year. 3 good coaches with over 1,000 wins between the 3 of them.
And how many straight state championships games, if not wins, does Alcoa have in football?
It's like 9 or 10. It's some crazy number like that.
It's absolutely insane. Great job by them. What a tradition they've built there. Rankin has
60, and he was good at Riverdale too. So he's had success everywhere he has gone. Both free throws hit by, I believe, Darren Osborne, and the Wildcat lead is back up to 23. Minute 4 to play in the third period. Here's a 3 by Alcoa. It's up no good. Long carom rebound pulled down by Caden Brightheart. He's going to drive coast to coast. He's stripped of the ball from the backside. Taken away by the Tornadoes. They drive in. That shot is tipped up. No good. Rebounded by Darren Osborne. Darren pulls down the board. He needs a guard to give the ball to. He's going to give it up to Caden Updegraff. 42 seconds to play third quarter, 63-40 Oak Ridge. Brennan Scott with the basketball. Bad pass intercepted by Caden. And we get a missed dunk on the other end, so the Wildcats get the ball right back. Here's Caden down the floor, wide open. There's Caden Brightheart. He drives in, goes inside. Nice pass into Caden. Updegraff, no good. Darren on the rebound, up, no good. Again, no good. We're getting a little bit ragged here. Coach Green thought there was too much contact and should have been some fouls called. Nothing. On the other end, they get a bucket, and it's 63-42.
I could hear the smack on the arm of the Wildcat from up here, David.
Brennan Scott for three. It's up, no good. Down to 2 seconds, 1 second, and that ends the third period. 63-42, the Wildcats on top of the Tornadoes. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter in 60 seconds.
Community and Oak Ridge Wildcat basketball. We pride ourselves in taking the same winning tradition in helping you find the perfect mortgage loan for your family. As for Norma Sheldon, Jackie Pullen, Shannon Ochiltree, Mandy Henry, or Darren Osborne at 865-482-8910 or visit us online at mortgageinvestorsgroup.com. Tennessee Mortgage License Number 109111. MIG is an equal housing lender.
David Clary back here along with Mark and Shauna Hayes. Thursday night, the Wildcats will be home here against the West High Rebels. Saturday night, the Fulton Falcons coming to town here. Fulton split with Clinton this year, so they've got another great team. And then a week from tonight, the Wildcats close out the regular season against the Clinton Dragons. And then a week from Saturday, actually maybe 2 weeks from Saturday, the Wildcats, their first tournament ball game will be on the Saturday at Campbell County, and that'll be in the semifinals of the district tournament. Fourth and final quarter just underway here, and Alcoa shoots at three and knocks it down. 63-45 the score. The Wildcats playing with Caden Updegraff. Wildcats also in the ball game with Flip Thompson, who dribbles outside the line back to Caden. To Lucas in the left corner. Jamison Updegraff's back in the ball game. Darren Osborne out there to start. Quick pass into Lucas. Not quite quick enough. I think if he got it quicker, he would have been able to score with ease. The ball's deflected on a missed shot. Saved right back by Oak Ridge. Up, good. The Wildcats score inside with Darren Osborne. 65-45 the score. And the Tornadoes shoot another three from the right corner. It's up, no good. Speaking of shooting threes, the Lady Tornadoes hit 11 three-pointers against Oak Ridge as Oak Ridge commits a personal foul. 7:01 to play in the ballgame. 65-45 the score. Mark?
Darren Osborne picks up his second foul of the ball game, David. That'll be team foul number 5, I believe, for the Wildcats. To the line will go number 30, Eli Owens. He has 4 points in the ball game. First attempt from the free throw line for tonight is unsuccessful.
65-45 the score. It's hard to believe that a week from tonight, the regular season will be over. As that shot is up good, 65-46. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Flip Thompson with it, top of the circle, works the ball to Caden Updegraff around the flip. Wanted to launch a three. He's way back of the line. He backs up with his dribble, gives it over to Jamison, who takes a three. His shot is up good. That is Lucas Searcy, number 2. Lucas Searcy bombs it in, and it's 68-46. And how many does Lucas have tonight?
Lucas now with 19 points in the ballgame, David.
So he and Jamison both having big, big nights. 68-46 to score. 6.5 minutes to play in the ballgame. Eli Owens nearly turns the ball over. The ball's picked up on the floor by Alcoa, though. They're outside the line with number 3. That's Eli Graff. He's a 5'8 freshman player. They work it into Eli Owens, another freshman. They've got some young players out on the floor for this team. As another personal foul's called, it'll be Oak Ridge substituting Grayson Strader in the ball game. He'll check in for Lucas Searcy. 68-46 Oak Ridge, 6:18 to play in the ball game. Tornadoes work the ball in. wanting to drive. They turn on the baseline. Shot is on its way. No good, but a foul is going to be called against Caden Updegraff.
For Caden, that'll be his third foul of the game, David. Team seventh. I'm not quite sure on the board they've only got him with 6, but they announced, like I do, that the team seventh foul. To the line for Alcoa, once again, is Eli Owens. He now has 6 points in the ball game. He's 2 of 3 from the free throw line.
Oak Ridge trying to sweep the season series with the Tornadoes. Played them last year at Alcoa, and part of that kind of put together Christmas tournament. As the ball's knocked out of bounds, you might remember that ball game. Coach Aaron Green wasn't able to coach that game, and his dad, the state champion coach at Sweetwater, Danny Green, was coaching the team, and they won that night. As the inbounds is deflected away, and another personal foul is going to be called this time against Alcoa.
Yeah, I would claim that Danny Green is the winningest coach in Oak Ridge history with a 100% coaching success.
Yes, but I think Coach Green, Aaron, wants to take credit for that win because the next 2 nights the Wildcats lost those ball games. So I'm sure Coach Danny Green, actually, if you remember, he lost those next 3. So he's actually 1 and 2. So you were correct, though. As Jameson takes a 3, it's up good. How many threes does Jameson have tonight?
That'll be his 4th for tonight, David.
And Oak Ridge leads 71-47. Alcoa knocks down a 3, and it's now 71-50. So the Tornadoes are starting to heat up, Mark.
Yeah, that's the first 3 by Javen Carter. I was thinking before that I would just let him shoot the threes because he was coming into that shot. He was 0 of 5 from beyond the three-point line.
He had 20 points against Oak Ridge at Alcoa back in December. As the Wildcats working into Flip, who has to try to get the ball in. He wasn't able to. He's going to step inbounds and turn the ball over, and the Wildcats will give it back over to Alcoa at 5:42 to play. Earlier tonight, the boys junior varsity won 76-46. We're going to lose a lot to graduation off of this team. This is a very close-knit team, but that junior varsity team has rolled teams almost all year long. Here's a deflection and a steal by Grayson Strader. We'll talk about the JV in a moment. Here's Oak Ridge down the floor. Grayson pulls up. He shoots a 3. No good. Grayson's got a great shot, but he hasn't been able to get any of those threes to drop this year. As the Alcoa Tornadoes put up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Caden Updegraff, that is. JV's been just blowing people out all season long, so Oak Ridge basketball is in good hands.
Yeah, you talk about the boys JV, and we talk about the girl freshmen all year long. So, the future continues to be bright for the Wildcats.
Down to 5 minutes to play in the ball game. Oak Ridge on top, 71-50. Flip Thompson's going to pull up and shoot. And before that, a foul's going to be called. And it'll be Oak Ridge getting Bryson Comer in the ball game. Kell wanted to come back in. Darren's out. Let's see, the Wildcats. We haven't seen Baylor Wright yet. He's probably the only guy that hadn't seen action. 71-50. It'll be Flip at the free throw line. What has the senior done tonight?
Flip has 5 points tonight, David. This will be his first attempt from the free throw line. It's up and good.
72-50, the Wildcat lead. It's kind of stayed around the 20 to 22-point margin. Wildcats led by 21 after 3 quarters, 63-42. They led by 26 at the half, though, 46-20. They led by 9 at the end of the first quarter, 18-11. Wildcats have just steadily built the lead and maintained the lead.
Brennan Scott back in the game for the Wildcats, David. Good to see him in there coming out with Jameson Updegraff.
Bryson Comer's in the ball game as well. Kell's back in the ball game. And the Wildcats also have Grayson Strader in there. And one of the twins is in there. That's Caden. Here comes a shot. It's up, and it's good by Alcoa. And it's now 73-52. A lot of points being given up here. The Wildcats up. A lot of possessions, though. You're going to score a lot of points when you have a lot of possessions. As Caden drives the paint, stops, kicks it out once again. Grayson for 3, up, no good. I keep telling you, Grayson's got a great shot, but he hasn't been able to get that 3 to drop in. He's a big guy who likes to shoot from the outside, which is a good thing. We saw, Jonathan Milloway be able to knock down a lot of threes. As the Tornadoes get another easy one in there. It's not as easy as I thought. It's missed. Rebounded by Caden Updegraff. Here comes Brendan Scott down the floor. Pulls up at the free throw line. Guns it in from there. Good.
Brennan now with 7 points in the ball game, David.
Block shot there by Oak Ridge. Alcoa gets the ball right back. 3:53 and counting in the ball game. 75-52. I'll be speaking to the head coach of the Wildcats, Coach Aaron Green, after the ball game about this one. Alcoa misses the shot. Caden Updegraff has the rebound. Down the floor will come Oak Ridge. The Wildcats outside the three-point line, unable to shoot. Wildcats, that was Kel Slater in the right corner. Over he goes, top of the circle to Grayson. Inside, nice pass. Inside to Kel. He shoots, and the lefty drills it home good.
Kel now with 8 points in the ball game as the Wildcats lead 77-52 with 3:20 remaining in the ball game.
So Kel is now 20 points shy of 1,000 in his career as the Tornadoes turn the ball over by walking along the baseline. Looks like we have a timeout call by the Tornadoes. 77-52, a 25-point lead for the Wildcats with 3:14 to play in the ball game. So the Wildcats, they're going to, after that loss to the Clinton Dragons, and I think that's just a testament to the character and the quality of young men that these Wildcats, the way they are. They could have very easily folded their tents. I know they were devastated. I know they were very disappointed, especially the way they had to watch Clinton celebrate, well-deserved celebration, as we've talked about. But they could have just folded it and say, okay, that was because that was just 2 or 3 days ago. Right. But they've come out here and they've just blown them out here, a good Alcoa team.
Yeah, I mean, there's two ways to look at it, David. You could either, lick your wounds, or you could get focused for the rematch.
And that rematch will be a week from tonight here at the Wildcat Arena. We'll have the broadcast. We'll broadcast on the radio as well, FM 92.7, FM 94.7, a home ball game from the Wildcat Arena. And we'll hopefully by Thursday, the West game, we'll have our stream going once again. We might have to buy a hotspot or something. If the school's internet's not going to help us out any, we're going to have to bring our stuff that we bring on the road trips. As there's a missed shot by the Wildcats and then knocked out of bounds by Alcoa. People comment, we get our stream better on the road. And that's just unfortunate. Honestly, it's not like we don't try, Mark. It's just we have struggled. We were never allowed to do the home streaming until, just recently. And then we've got the opportunity as the Wildcats miss a shot. Bryson Comer's got the rebound. He commits an offensive player control foul. We will get it right before the last game of the year, which is Monday here at the Wildcat Arena. We might get a chance to host a region tournament ball game or two. You never know. Or maybe even a sectional ball game. But we know for a fact our last regular season game is Monday. But we have Fulton, West, and Clinton to go. And we're going to get this stream right. Right?
Right.
We hope. Right. 77-52 the score. Here's a free throw line jumper. Good. Alcoa. Not a bad-looking team. They've caught fire here. But the Wildcats, they've been matching points as another three is up. And guess what? The Wildcats hit one from downtown, and I believe that was Baylor Wright with a three-point shot.
Yes, it was. Two-pointer up and no good by Alcoa.
Down the floor with the basketball will come Oak Ridge's Brennan Scott. So Baylor drops one in from the corner. He's a long-range shooter. There's another shot good by Brennan Scott, and it's 82-54 with 2:17 to play.
Yeah, a lot of JV players getting playing time right now. Oh, nice deflection by Brennan Scott as he'll get a layup.
We wanted a dunk right there, though. He did get the layup there, and the Wildcats have a 30-point lead. It's 84-54. That is the biggest lead of the night. 1:57 to play in the ball game. Ball's loose on the floor, and a reach-in foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge, and they'll be shooting one in the bonus. 30-point Wildcat lead. Totally different ball game from the game played at Alcoa, which was won by Oak Ridge. And, of course, that was only about the third game of the year, and the Wildcats won by 9, gave up 70 points that particular ball game. The defense has been better tonight, and the offense has gotten better too. This is just we've said it all year long as he missed the free throw, rebounded by Grayson. 84-54. This is just a fun team to watch. Here's another three. It's good. Wildcats drill that one home with Brennan Scott.
Brennan with double figures now, 14 points, David. Nice night for Brennan Scott.
87-54, the Wildcats in the lead. 1:35 to play in the ball game. Alcoa is going to lose for the 13th consecutive time to the Wildcats. Their last win over Oak Ridge in a boys basketball game as they launched a three is up, no good. Rebounded by the Tornadoes. They miss another easy one. Grayson Strader has the rebound. 1998 as the Tornadoes deflect the ball out of bounds. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal. 1 minute, 15 seconds to play in the game. 87-54, the Wildcats in the lead. My name is David Clary along with Mark and Shauna Haste. The Wildcats headed for their 19th victory of the year. They can go for 20 coming up on Thursday against the West High Rebels. As Oak Ridge's Grayson Strader misfires on a three, the Wildcats' Bryson Comer, I thought had the rebounds, pulled away by the Tornadoes. 87-54 Wildcats. We're at the 1 minute mark of the ball game. Tornadoes drive in. A little left-handed hook shot is good. 87-56 is the score. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. We need to get Grayson a bucket here. Wildcats miss another shot. Here they come back the other way. 44 seconds to play. 87-56. Tornadoes, a little 5-footer is no good. Rebounded by Brennan Scott. Let's get the ball to Grayson with a little easier shot. Here it goes out to the top. 32 seconds to play. Coach Green says let's not shoot anymore unless they guard you aggressively. The Wildcats are just going to dribble this one out. So the Wildcats are going to win by a final score of 87-56. So the Wildcats bounce back nicely to beat an Alcoa team for the second time this year. And they'll play West on Thursday, Fulton on Saturday, Clinton on Monday. 87-56 the final score. Mark, your thoughts.
Good game by the Wildcats. Glad to see them bounce back after Friday night. Both you and I had fears that they would be less inspired tonight, but they seemed focused. It was kind of a struggle in the first quarter. They got it together in the first quarter, really blew them out in the second quarter, and able to kind of, I wouldn't say coast, but they were able to get a wide margin win tonight.
And the final score is 87-56. And, we need to teach our clock keeper a lesson. At Clinton, I think that 51-50 is probably still up on the scoreboard at the Locker Gym. They took off the score before Oak Ridge even came off the floor. But the final score was 87-56. The Wildcats are victorious. Why don't we take a break? The Wildcats victorious. Coach Green will be up to talk to me. We'll also run down the stats. Oak Ridge wins it 87-56. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena in 3 minutes.
How do you say the name? Kin Bank?
No.
Kin Bank? So what is it?
10 Bank. 10, as in Tennessee. Right here where all our banking decisions are made. Not some corporate office in who knows where. 10 Bank partners with small businesses in our community to help them grow.
Really?
Yes, that's local banking from 10 Bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting our showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and you can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas. To learn more, visit ORUD.org.
Mortgage Investors Group at the Oak Ridge office. We love our community and Oak Ridge Wildcat basketball. We pride ourselves in taking the same winning tradition in helping you find the perfect mortgage loan for your family. Ask for Norma Sheldon, Jackie Pullen, Shannon Ochiltree, Mandy Henry, or Darren Osborne at 865-482-8910 or visit us online at mortgageinvestorsgroup.com. Tennessee Mortgage License Number 109111. MIG is an equal housing lender.
You've worked hard to build your business, and we want to help you protect it. The team at Fox Insurance Group believes your business deserves the expertise of a local insurance agent. With business insurance from Todd Fox at Fox Insurance Group and Encova Insurance, you can make sure your business stays up and running no matter what happens. If you own a business, make sure it's fully protected by contacting Fox Insurance Group. Visit www.grayfoxins.com or call 865-482-0513.
Come in, discover the difference of an independent insurance agency. Fox Insurance Group, Oak Ridge. I'm Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty.
I'm a proud graduate of Oak Ridge High School, class of 1982, and a member of the 1980 state championship football team. As a lifelong resident of Oak Ridge, I would love to put my knowledge of the area to work for you should you have any real estate needs. You can contact me at 865-919-5559 or at BetsyColemanRealty.com. Thank you, and roll Wildcats roll.
They say that being a coach's wife is hard, but Laura Lynn Green, wife of Oak Ridge head coach Aaron Green, and a local State Farm insurance agent, makes buying insurance easy for you. Auto, homeowners, renters, business, life, health, and much more. Laura Lynn Green's office is located at 136 Marquette Road in Oak Ridge. Give her a call today at 483-5666 or say hello to her courtside at any Oak Ridge High School basketball game. She might be a coach's wife, but she was a Wildcat fan first. For State Farm Insurance, call Laura Lynn Green in Oak Ridge.
This is Hayden Tarwater, and you're listening to Wildcat Sports on prepradio.com.
Now back to the Fox Insurance Group Oak Ridge Wildcat live stream on YouTube. Come in, discover the difference of an independent insurance agency. Fox Insurance Group Oak Ridge.
And we're back here at the Wildcat Arena here. The Wildcats defeat the Alcoa Tornadoes by a final score of 87-56. The Lady Wildcats were defeated tonight 70-66 to a very hot shooting Lady Tornado team. The Oak Ridge Boys Junior Varsity, they win their ball game though by a score of 76-46. Coach Green is wandering up into the booth here. We'll get a chance to speak to him, the head coach of the Oak Ridge High School Wildcats. Oak Ridge wins this ball game by a final score of 87-56. And Coach Green has joined us here. Coach, good win for your team. You know, you Mark and I talked about this, and I don't know if it necessarily happened in the girls' game, but you're bound to have a little bit of a letdown from the Friday ball game, and you could have gone either way. You could have, hung your heads and just come out flat and just not play a good basketball game, or you could come out refocused and get ready for the next game. And I thought that's what your guys did. You came out, you jumped on them early, never trailed in the ball game, steadily built the lead up. Eventually it was, over a 30-point win, but it stayed around 20-25 most of the game, and you win going away, and that's a good bounce-back win after the loss on Friday.
Yeah, it was, and that's not, Alcoa's, not the same team we played early in the year. Obviously, they're missing the Case kid who transferred to South Dole, and then the Dorsey kid he's serving his fourth game of his suspension. But yeah, good win. We didn't. I think the first 2 or 3 minutes we looked a little bit. I don't think we scored there for 3 or 4. But you take that segment out, I thought we, kind of once we got going, I thought we, did some good things. I was. Anytime, when back in my first started coaching when I was young, I'm old now, David, but at Cleveland,
you're old.
At Cleveland, Cleveland Bradley was a huge rival. They were really, really good, and my old assistant coach Chuck Kondo, he's I think he's in his 50th year coaching. He always said, man, that game after the Bradley game is always rough. Win or lose that rival game against Bradley, it was always tough that next game just because there's so much emotion. And especially this year with Clinton, with them having a really good team. And, that's one of the things I talked about. We took off Saturday. Everybody's kind of got a bad taste in their mouth just, from for how we lost. But again, when you have a good group of kids, I thought they would respond the right way. Practice yesterday was a little bit, what's the word I would use? They were a little bit quiet. Seemed a little bit, still a little bit upset, a little bit bothered, which is okay. I was as well. These kids are competitors, and so I felt it a little bit yesterday in practice, but I thought once we, tipped it up and the lights came on here in a game that, we can kind of get that out of our system.
Coach, I don't always talk about individuals, but I think the last 2 ball games, I think one of the big differences, you knew that Lucas was going to be steady. You knew that Kell was going to be steady. We've talked about in the early part of the season about Darren, his emergence as a player, but the Twins, these last 2 ball games have just been phenomenal. I don't know that you can play any harder on defense than those 2 guys did at Clinton. And Jamison tonight just came shooting lights out. He had 19 points or so. Caden continues to get better. Those 2 guys have just made this team such a better team this year. And I hate to single them out there, but I've just been so pleased with the way they have been playing.
Yeah, me too. And again, I could say this about all of our kids. I mean, those are two, come from a great family, two competitors that, you love to go to work with every day. You know they're going to bring it. And, Caden, I said this after the game at Clinton, Caden probably played his best game of the year there. I think he was pushing a double-double. And he was on the glass again tonight. Jameson did a good job. I didn't talk about it much other night at Clinton because it's so darn loud. But, Jameson did a good job on Garner. And I know we doubled him a lot, but still, and Jameson had 22 points tonight, got it going a little bit from three. And, yeah, those two guys, they've kind of waited their turn last year. Jameson played spot minutes, and, Caden didn't get as much run. But, and I don't think Caden would mind we saying this. Caden, in the fall was considering not playing, basketball. He's going to focus on baseball, and I'm sure glad he he changed his mind because he's been a big asset for us and a big part of our success up to this point.
Coach, I'm not going to keep you too long. It's a weird week this week. We traditionally high school games are played on Tuesdays and Fridays. We have games on Monday, Thursday, Saturday, and then Monday, a week from tonight against Clinton. So it's a lot of basketball in short bursts against some really good teams, and you taking one down here tonight. And you're right, they weren't at full strength tonight, but still, it's a very capable team. You got West coming in here, a chance to finish off the district schedule undefeated, a chance to, I believe, win your 20th game. I think tonight was your 19th win, and could be a milestone individual milestone for Kel Slater. He's 20 points shy of 1,000. He's going to get that, Coach.
Yeah,
there was some doubt early on, but so a lot of things riding. You still got Fulton on Saturday, always a fun game, and then Clinton again on Monday. Still a lot of good basketball to be played here at the arena.
Yeah, no doubt. As far as just, how that schedule kind of falls into place, we played on Monday because Alcoa has a game tomorrow night. So that was scheduled for tonight for that reason. And Thursday is a makeup game against West. It was snowed out. So didn't want to play the West game on Friday, then turn back to back. At least gives you a day of prep time for Fulton, which had been scheduled for Saturday. And then, the Clinton game we threw in there on Monday. Really the last obviously the last game of the year. So we've done that in the past. If you don't finish first or second, it's kind of hard to play on that Monday of the district tournament. But I like playing a really good, a tough game on that Monday prior to the district tournament. And typically our last games have been against Fulton, but this year, just based on the reclassification of our districts, that Clinton, our two Clinton games, we just had them playing once. So there was a little bit of confusion there. They was wanting to play boys only, and that wasn't going to work out. And then apparently I just thought we were playing one, and then they had it on their schedule that they're playing twice, and I didn't have it confirmed. So that was why it wasn't printed on some of those schedules. But, I told our team, hey, this schedule, these last four games is set up, other than the West game, which is a makeup game, are put in this position for a reason. You're playing tough teams, and these tough games will get you ready for the tournament, and, that's why they're there. And then Fulton's kind of been a traditional game. That Saturday, the last game of the year, man, we've had some battles as well. But we've got a good West team coming in here on Thursday, David. That I have to look at the standings, but I know it'll be. I think if they win, it's obviously going to increase their chances of getting a better seed. So, and they'll play a lot better than they did over there. So we'll have two good days of prep, and got for the guys, they love it. I got four games over the course of the week, and not as many practice days. They'd much rather play, and I don't blame them.
I think Campbell County has actually secured that second seed, but you're right. They can battle for third with Carnes, yeah. And I think Powell's still involved there too. Coach, just your final comments on this win tonight over Alcoa.
Yeah, good win. I didn't get a chance to really comment on Darren Osborne. He didn't start tonight. Nothing really. I think he's. Sometimes a switch up coming off the bench can sometimes get you a little bit more focus. And I thought he played one of his better. He had 10 points. Probably was pushing a double-double. I don't have the stats yet, so I thought Darren Osborne had a good game, and he's capable of that. And we're going to need him to play well. But overall a good win. And we'll we're getting to that time of year, David, where you got to start hitting your stride. And these guys, we got 6 seniors, and we've just got to keep getting better and trying to iron out some of these details that some of these mistakes we're making defensively and offensively. And, it's going to come down to defending, rebounding, and execution in the half court has always really kind of been the formula for us to advance in the postseason. And those are the 3 areas we'll keep focusing on. So, I would encourage people that are watching or listening to come out over these next – we got 3 home games Thursday, Saturday, and Monday. Should be 3 really good ball games. Let's send these seniors out, with a bang, and let's get in here and pack this arena out.
Coach, you might want to say, get well wishes out to your mom who's listening to us right now.
Yeah, Mom. I know she texted me during the girls' game when she told me she wasn't going to come because she wasn't feeling great. I knew that wasn't good, so I feel really odd without having her stats, and I didn't have the stats at halftime, so I know she's probably listening. We missed you, Mom, so I hope you're feeling better. We talk a couple times a day or text, so I'm sure I'll text her here in a second, see how she's doing. So.
Okay, Coach, congratulations on the win, and we'll, I guess, see you on the TV on Wednesday.
Yes, sir. Thanks, David.
Wildcats win this ball game by a final score of 87-56. The Lady Wildcats lose their game 70-66. The boys JV wins 76-46. Let's get Mark back in here. He has completed the stats. Mark, you've got the stats.
Thank you very much, David. Oak Ridge led in scoring tonight by Jameson Updegraff. He had 22 points. He was 8 of 17 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 19 points by Lucas Searcy. He was 8 of 12 from the field. 14 points for Brennan Scott off the bench. Great to see him scoring tonight. 6 of 10 from the field. Also scoring for the Wildcats, Kel Slater added 8, 4 of 5 from the field. 4 points added by Caden Updegraff. He was 2 of 8 from the field. And 3 points by Baylor Wright off the bench. He was 1 of 1 from beyond the three-point line. So as a team, the Wildcats were 35 of 67 from the field. They were 24 of 40 in twos. They were 11 of 27 in threes. And they were 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Now looking at Alcoa, they were led in scoring by number 2, Javen Carter. He had 12 points for the Tornadoes. He was 4 of 16 from the field, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, also in figures. Number 1, Jordan Harris. He had 11 for the Tornadoes. He was 5 of 9 from the field, 8 points added by Eli Graff, 4 of 8 from the field, 7 points by Luke Cannon, 7 points by Eli Owens as well, 5 points by Joseph Carter, 5 points by Elijah Cannon, and that rounds out the scoring for the Tornadoes. As a team, the Tornadoes were 23 of 57 from the field. They were 19 of 39 from twos. They were 4 of 18 in threes, and they were 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Let's see. Oak Ridge led at the end of the first quarter, 18-11, then outscored the Tornadoes in the second quarter big time by almost a factor of 4. They outscored them 28-9 in the second quarter to take a 46-20 lead in the half. Third quarter, the Tornadoes outscored the Wildcats 22-17, but Oak Ridge able to maintain a 21-point lead, 63-42 going into the fourth quarter. And in the fourth quarter, the Wildcats outscore the Tornadoes 24-14 for a final victory score of 87-56. Earlier tonight, the Lady Wildcats were victorious. Well, actually, they fell to the Lady Tornadoes, 70-66. Leading score for the Lady Wildcats. Zayana Stewart had 19. Samaj Clark had 19 as well. So co-leaders tonight. Also in double figures for the Lady Wildcats was Jenna Johnson. She had 10. 9 points for Ayana Porter. 8 for Lindsay Cleveland. And 1 point for Demetria Strickland. David?
Just one more. How many did Flip have once again?
Flip, I must not mention. Oh, I did not write out his score. He had 7 points for the Wildcats, David.
Okay, thanks a lot. Appreciate your work tonight here. We apologize for the fans who wanted to watch us on the stream. We weren't able to get that. We'll try to work on that, even if we have to go get another internet unit to get here. We'll quit using the old Oak Ridge High School internet here. Shauna Hayes did our camera work. We appreciate her. Our next broadcast of Oak Ridge High School basketball is Thursday night here at the Wildcat Arena when the Wildcats take on the West High Rebels. The girls with a chance to win the championship, at least a co-championship, probably with Powell. The guys trying to close out their district schedule undefeated. That's this coming Thursday against the West High Rebels. For Mark and Shauna, this is David Clary saying so long, everybody.